Good morning, dear hearts. Well, we've made it to our third relevant thought. What is the world? What I will do is what I've done for the past two relevant thoughts. What is forgiveness? What is salvation? We'll read a couple of the paragraphs of what is the world, then we'll do today's lesson. And during the course of the next several days, we will revisit what is the world in greater detail and explanation. So, please subscribe, because I don't think I said that, and please share, because I'm sure I didn't say that. So what is the world? The world is false perception, and truly, that could be the end of it. That's really all we need to know. We need to know that this world, false perception, what does that mean? It means it's not real. It means it's an illusion. It means it's a dream. It's not seen properly. The world is false perception. It's born of error, and it has not left its source, because a thought never does leave its source. This world, will remain no longer than the thought that gave it birth is cherished. And that's so important. We've had lessons from part one. I will not value what is valueless. Okay, whatever we cherish, however, and it's in the text as well. If we cherish something, if we still think there is a benefit to something, then we hold on to it. So until the thought comes to us that this world holds nothing that I want, it will be here. The thought will remain no longer than the thought that gave it birth is cherished. That thought, we can release ourselves from that thought. There was something in this world that we needed, that was perfect for us, that was valuable, that would offer us something. But when that thought of separation has been changed to one of true forgiveness, that's why forgiveness was our first relevant thought, will the world be seen in quite another light, and one which leads to truth, where all the world must disappear and all its errors vanish. Just disappear, not its destruction, its transformation. Let's transform this world out of the thoughts of fear and anguish and sorrow and chaos, and let all of those errors that have been laid upon this world, let each and every one of them vanish down to dust. Now its source has gone, and its effects are gone as well. With no source, there are no effects. Cause and effect. The source of this world was that errant thought, born of a thought that this world could offer something, and it would be cherished. But it was a thought of separation. And when separation has been let go, and I no longer think that there's anything about separation that I want, this world of separation will end as well. The world was made as an attack on God. It symbolizes fear. This attack on God, that we thought there was something else, will make something that is as good as God. That tiny, mad idea was an attack on God. And this world symbolizes fear. And what is fear? And this is a beautiful line. Except love's absence. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. So, and what is fear except love's absence? Wherever I place love, fear is gone. Thus, the world was meant to be a place where God could enter not, and where his Son could be apart from him. Here was perception born, for knowledge could not cause such insane thoughts. But eyes deceive and ears hear falsely. Now mistakes become quite possible, for certainty has gone. There is nothing of these five senses that we have in the body. Remember, I am not a body, I am free. These five senses, these body characteristics, are not real. I don't know for sure what anything is. I've given it all the meaning it has for me. So when I hold on to something, I'm holding on to what I think it is and not what it truly is. Eyes deceive, ears hear falsely. Only if my mind is in connection with God can I truly see and know. This is something that I wrote from, I guess, last year, that the world we see is a place without love's grace shining upon it. And anything without love is a misperception and totally uncertain. Certainty is of God. Without the hope of certainty, what is left but illusions? And now this world must become a place to support those illusions and to keep the truth away. That was the attack on God. The world was made as an attack on God to keep the truth away from us and away from us knowing God. Now, I'm going to stop there and go to today's lesson. This holy instant is salvation come. So we just completed what is salvation. In this holy instant, here, salvation is now. What joy there is today. It is a time of special celebration, for today holds out the instant to the darkened world where its release is set. When light shines upon the darkness disappears. What is fear except the absence of love? The day has come when sorrows pass away and pain is gone. The glory of salvation dawns today upon a world set free. And that's what salvation does. It frees us of all of those ego thoughts, all of those small-minded thoughts, all of the false thoughts that we have held on to, thinking that there is some truth in it. But there never was and there never will be. This is a time of hope for countless millions. So here we see this is a hope. This holy instant brings hope for the entire sonship. Millions of us are a part of the sonship, and they will be united now as you forgive them all, for I will be forgiven by you today. That last line is Jesus. Remember, this is Jesus. This is Jesus who is the voice that Helen heard. So Jesus says, for I will be forgiven by you today. That the harshness that we have laid upon God's Son, making him responsible for all of the sins of this world, seeing that he was laid aside because of us, that we think it's because of him that we have to go through this. So today we forgive all of the sins that we have placed upon God's child. And today we all are, millions of us, are liberated from the thought that there was ever some reason that there was guilt that was put upon the child of God. We have forgiven one another now, and so we come at last to you again, Father. Your Son, who never left, returns to heaven and his home. How glad are we to have our sanity restored to us and to remember that we all are one. We are one with our elder brother. He did nothing. He is not responsible for what we think are our sins. He was not put upon the cross to die for our sins. He is free of us believing that today. He is free, and as he is free, salvation for all of us has come today in this holy instant. We all have been relieved of all of the guilt that we have placed upon each other, blaming someone else. All of that is absolved today. This holy instant, Today we join as one brother because one is all. And how I see my brother is how I'm going to see and view this world. So in this holy instant of complete joy, the dark world is blessed with light and released, and we are all free. Salvation has come this instant. So that is it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please pray. Please be here tomorrow for our second part of What is the World and our second lesson in part 3, third relevant thought, part 2 of the workbook. Lots of numbers. But you know what? There's only one number really, and it's 1. Namaste.